Court documents show agents found 236 rifles and 12 shotguns in a dumpster outside of a Midwest city gun store in January.
That's why this whole ATF brace rule and the disposal or destroying of whatever it is just isn't a good idea. One, it's an infringement, that's obvious, but two, guns aren't that easy to destroy. Everyone, big announcement, and it's been a long time coming. Yes, we are in my kitchen, not the gun room. The Heavy Duty Country brand in totality and Blackout Coffee have decided to work together mainly because their coffee is awesome. Now, we don't have any beef with any other coffee company, nothing happened. I've just decided that their values in their coffee are some of the best that I've ever seen, and those are the kind of people I want to work with. So I'm gonna give you some recommendations along the way. You're gonna be seeing them a lot on this channel, but these two, y'all gotta pick them up and try them. Brutal Awakening and Morning Reaper. Damn good coffee. Now, I'm not Gordon Ramsay or any of these fancy folks, but I'm gonna show you how I make my coffee, and I make it one way, strong. So what I like to do for 6 cups of coffee is put an entire bag of Morning Reaper and blend it all up. Joke. Fill my grinder up, grind it up. That way it's absolutely fresh. Then we brew it. And yes, I'm filming this at like 8 p.m. I don't care. I like coffee that much. Oh, that's good. Sarge, tell him it's good. How good is this coffee? Come on, tell him. All right. Anyways, guys, all jokes aside, for every bag that they sell, they donate 2 cups of coffee to our troops, and they don't just say it, they actually do it. And their facility is state of the art. It's down in Florida. I'm gonna be going down there to show you guys. But anyways, they got a 20% discount right now for President's Day. So right now is the absolute best time to try it out. There's gonna be a link below the video. Blackout Coffee is for America's warriors. Everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, today's gonna be a fun one, and not just because we're giving 20% off Blackout Coffee today. I came across an article the other day, and I've been trying to just wait to see what happens. The problem is that whenever there's an ATF investigation, very little media coverage comes out about it. And also, very little coverage from the person who's involved comes out about it, because ultimately they are probably scared. As far as the ATF seeing it and saying something like, oh, okay, well, you're on the radar then. We know everyone is on your radar. It's nothing new here. So I have a question for everyone. What is the craziest thing that you've seen in a dumpster? Hopefully none of you say a baby, but that actually happens a lot. I imagine some of you are gonna say raccoons. That's a trending topic right now.
Dude, what? How? How? Are there this many of you right now? You guys are unreal.
Maybe a homeless guy, maybe a nudie mag stash that some dude threw out because he's done being a beta. Who knows? Well, besides the babies, everything has been topped. A guy named Raymond Anthony Musado, who is the owner of International Firearm Corporation and 2 other establishments in Midwest Oklahoma. This is the important part. Improperly disposed of over 250 firearms in a dumpster. So if everyone can just take a second, go to the comment section. It goes off on these videos. I love it. But type in why you think this guy did this. Here's my first thought. Once again, we're talking about the ATF's new rule on the pistol brace ban. What was one of the options that they gave us? Well, I'll list them all just in case you haven't seen the other videos I've done about it. You can either register it as an NFA item. You can take the current barrel out and put a longer barrel in it, or you can dispose of it. Notice that last one, dispose of it. Now, did they explain how to dispose of it?
Federal agents are trying to figure out why an Oklahoma gun store owner dumped more than 200 working guns. Court documents show agents found 236 rifles and 12 shotguns in a dumpster outside of a Midwest city gun store in January.
Right, so if some grandma goes into a gun shop and hears about this rule, she bought a pistol AR with a stabilizing brace a couple years ago, and she's like, okay, all right, I guess I'll just get rid of it. So she takes it and she just throws it in a dumpster. Is that wrong? I mean, that's literally what it says, dispose of it or destroy it. Now, when you throw something out in a dumpster, it's gonna get destroyed. because they try to recycle all that stuff or they make it into furniture or whatever else. So this guy technically followed the ATF's rule as far as disposing of and by default destroying his weapons. Followed the rules, and now they're investigating him. Yes. So a sanitation worker found all of these guns in a trash can, contacted the local police, and then the local police made the very bad mistake of contacting the ATF about this. Now, my thought on this guy just throwing stuff out because of the ATF may be a little far-fetched, but it is an idea. But apparently this guy may not know that just because something in a gun doesn't work, doesn't mean you can't replace that part. But then we get some more backstory on it, and apparently this owner contacted the ATF in the fall of 2022 and asked him how to destroy them. And they responded with, you cut the firearm in 3 places. That way the receiver of the firearm would not be able to function or be put back together.
You know, but the other was just a great waste.
Miles Hall used to own a gun shop in Oklahoma City and says in his 40 years of experience, he's only had to dispose of a few guns and says this isn't how it's done.
It's such a rare thing. And the reason is that there are companies who will gladly buy all of them, bring them all in an effort to take the parts, because there's always somebody who has a broken gun somewhere needing parts.
Why? This is un-American. It's almost as bad as burning or stepping on our flag. So this is the funny part. So apparently the witness had an interaction with one of the guy's employees, ended up taking some of the guns and mounted them on his wall as a decoration.
Documents also say a store employee also gave a man 2 uncut shotguns to hang on his wall without filling out paperwork.
Now, an ATF agent that arrived on the scene said that some of them were cut, but they were still functional. I mean, I gotta say, this seems a little bit irresponsible. I don't know why in the world somebody would do this. Seems like a gigantic waste of money, especially if you're in the firearms business. Your goal is to sell firearms to make a profit. That's it. So even if they don't work, fix them, sell them. Am I speaking a foreign language here? I mean, also, we can go back to the Hunter Biden situation on this, where his wife just took his gun and dumped it in a trash can across from a school. What if there were a bunch of kids walking in the neighborhood, grabbed a gun? So I don't personally know anyone who would do something like this, but if you're thinking about doing it, put them in your will and just store them somewhere. Your kid's gonna be stoked to have 250 something guns.